nature lovers. I'm Lisa DeFrancesco from Regional Water Authority in New Haven, and this is Whitney Water Center in the Field. Today, we're going to learn about how trees make changes to get through the winter.
Winter is a time of year when things slow down. Some animals hibernate and some birds migrate to warmer climates. Trees, well, they aren't so lucky. They have no choice but to adapt to the cold. To get through the cold, snowy weather, trees reduce water loss, conserve energy, and try not to freeze to death. When it starts to get cold, we grab a jacket. But it's not that simple for trees. Seriously, they'd look pretty silly in a jacket. Let's rewind to the fall when trees begin getting ready for winter. Leaves are food factories for trees, but they require a lot of water and energy. In the fall, trees take the nutrients out of the leaves to store them in the stems and in the roots to help them get through the winter. Trees also lose a lot of water through their leaves. Without leaves in the winter, trees can hold on to more water and save energy.
But what about trees like pine trees? They don't lose their needles. What do they do?
Trees with needles have more water in them than trees with leaves, so they don't need to get rid of the needles in the winter. Instead, the needles have a waxy coating called a cuticle that help the tree keep its water. And because they still have needles, they make food all winter. These types of trees are much more common in cold climates.
But conserving water and energy is just half the battle. How do trees not freeze?
A few different ways. One is very common, relying on insulation to stay warm. The bark on the outside of the tree is mostly dead. All those dead cells trap air and make an insulating layer. Trees will also make their cell membrane, the outer skin of the cell, more elastic in winter. When ice forms inside a cell, the ice crystals can damage the cell. The elastic outer membrane helps it stretch and change shape. This prevents damage to the cell. And for their final trick, trees make their own antifreeze. They turn the starch in their cells into sugar. The more sugar there is in a cell, the colder it has to get for it to freeze. Let's take a look at a demonstration. Each pipette has the same amount of water. One is filled with water, and the other is filled with a 50-50 sugar-water solution. The outside temperature today is 10 degrees.
1 hour later.
The pipette with the water is frozen solid. The one with the sugar-water mixture is still liquid. But sometimes it's just too cold. In extreme cold, trees can explode. It sounds like a gunshot. Like an axe through wood, the frozen sap expands too much and the tree will split.
The changes that trees go through to survive the winter are pretty incredible. I'm happy I just have to put on an extra layer when it gets cold. I'm Lisa DeFrancesco. Thank you for watching Whitney Water Center in the Field. We'll see you next time.